All right, guys, this is going to be a really quick one. Just want to review two different trades from today that I think are important, and really want to highlight how patience can pay for new traders. So this is a 15-minute chart of ES. We can see that the day or pre-market started here. There's a gap down to a little vertical bar there. It's a little bit bigger. Let's make this 4 pixels, and let's just make this white. So that's when the market started. Here's where the market closed. Do another vertical bar here, right? So pre-market, day opened here, and this was our session. So again, this is the 15-minute. So every one of these candles represents 15 minutes of price action. If you're new to candlesticks, and I'm gonna actually break this down, and I'll probably just do a video about this later, but I'll talk about it just because I know a lot of people are new, and this wasn't obvious to me when I started. The way do you actually read candlesticks is if it's green, the bottom of the body is where it opened, the top of the body is where it closed, and then it has wicks. So the top wick is the highest the price was in this time range, and the bottom wick is the lowest it was in this time frame, right? So this is a candle that opened here, closed here. At some point, it had went up to here. At some point, it went up to here. That happened within this 15-minute window. If I change to a 5-minute window, we'll see very similar shape, but many more candles, right? We have 3 times as many candles, 3 times as much resolution. The trades I took today were actually off the 15-minute though, right? A lot of people trade off the 5 and the 3, which is fine. I primarily day trade SPX options. Really just had 2 trades today. It was a great day overall. I was actually kind of busy, and I barely caught the second trade. If you're wondering if it was this waterfall here, yes, I caught this. This was great. Could have made a lot more money, but I was just scalping it on the way down. The really important trade that I saw was this one here, right? So these are 15-minute bars. This level up here at 4,000 is a pretty strong resistance level, right? We could see it was tested here. If we zoom way out into the past at this 4,000 level, there's quite a bit of test here. We're not going to zoom into that, but one of the things that's so important with drawing these support and resistance is being able to understand the intensity of these levels. So let's just look at these bars here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 candles that came up and tested this zone. Now you're probably wondering, Forrest, this one didn't really come up so close. You know, they're all kind of, the difference between this candle at 4,000 and this actual candle here is 4 points, right? You have to think of these as zones. The point is, we came up, we did not break above this zone. We had another candle. This one closed red. It doesn't really matter. Where we did eventually wick up, but then it came down. So it wicked all the way up here. And this candle closed down here, right? So opened here. At some point, it wicked up, closed down here. Very, very bearish within a 15-minute window, right? This is a very, very bearish candle. This is almost it looks like a doji candle, but it's almost like a shooting star. So we had a green doji, green doji. Doji candle is a sign of indecision or a reversal, very often, not always. It's all very subjective, but we're not going to talk about that for now. For now, the subjectivity that I applied was basically, okay, we have a strong level here. We have multiple indecisive candles on the 15-minute time frame, right? So this is a larger time frame, especially for day trading, especially when people are trading on like the 3 and the 5, right? So this is a slower time frame. But I like the setups here because they're really good movements on days like today. So as soon as this candle opened and I started to see some bearish action, I took puts here. So we'll go ahead and mark this up with some text. Took puts here, right here at this candle, right? So this was, that out of here. This was 11 a.m. Took those puts, great trade. I got over 100% on these puts. And if I can look at my trade log, let's see what those puts were. Those were not 39.45s. Oh, this little window is pissing me off. All right, doesn't actually matter. Point is, that's the trade I took. Need to reorganize my trading window. The second trade, basically the exact same thing, right? So uh, we had this 15-minute. Actually, didn't expect anyone to join. Thanks for joining. I was just recording this for later. We had this 15-minute candle. I appreciate it too. This 15-minute candle, this 15-minute candle, this 15-minute candle, this 15-minute candle, right? Rejecting off of this level here. This markup, by the way, is like still from as I had it earlier in the day, right? It's all still here. Nothing has changed. So you can kind of see the accuracy of these levels. They're not perfect. Again, they're zones, and that's okay, right? So we rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections off of this level. We came down. I didn't enter until around here, right? So you'll notice I didn't get in at the top, which was fine. The reason I didn't enter before we broke down this level is that we could see that there is a possible support here, right? So I had this possible support here. We could have reversed, right? We were in an uptrend kind of until then. So this could have just been a retracement. But no, we broke through. I entered puts and we had some aggressive selling. This is ES. And so I trade SPX, right? So if you look at a chart of ES and SPX, I'll add SPX right here. So SPX is like SPY, very much like SPY. And I'll actually add SPY as a third window here, right? Let's go ahead and add SPY. So if you look at SPY, this chart, and ES, they're all very similar. You'll notice that this one trades overnight though. So SPY closes right at 4:30. SPX, same thing. ES has an overnight session, and that's why I trade it. You can trade futures. The reason I trade that is it's what the big boys trade, and it lets me track price action, basically. So this second trade here, this setup is really good. I think if we zoom in on the 5 minutes, let's give you an example of why I trade on the 15 instead of the 5, or why I've started doing that, right? So this is the same chart on the 5. We'll actually go to the 3. So this same chart on the 3 is a lot more complicated, right? So we had this break up here. We had this testing of this level. We had these 2 green candles here, right? Where this bullish action could have looked like maybe we're going to have a break to the upside. And then there's all these different fake outs, right? And especially when you're looking for a breakout trade, something that I noticed for the indexes, at least, which is what I trade, when the breakouts happen, they're big. They're really big, right? So like there's always time to enter. There's plenty of time to enter. So I was like, instead of trading all these, potential breakouts, I'll just trade on a slower time frame, like the 15, and I'll have exceptional levels of certainty. This trade at the end of the day here, I made like $3,000 just within this window here. Yeah, I should have put much more risk on. There's actually a 1,000% trade in here that I could have, if I had held one of my positions, would have made like 20 grand or so, but I had sold those puts earlier and it happens. So yeah, that is today. You can see that ES is open right now, right? So we have candles going. There's 5 minutes left in this candle. I'm not going to trade overnight tonight because I have meetings in the morning. This is still the side hustle at the moment, working on changing that. But before I hop off, A's life. Any questions? Any more questions? All right. All good either way. I will say I do have a Discord community. The link should be somewhere. I literally just created it, so it's kind of naked right now. I'll give you a quick link if you want to join that. If not, totally cool. Appreciate you stopping to the live. All my trades, these reviews will be in there. And yeah, For those of you watching this later, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. You should too. I'm a day trader, and yeah, just trying to make this as approachable as possible for everybody. See you in the next one. Peace.